Hello students, I have explained two important figures of speech in my different video lectures. I have explained pathetic fallacy and I have also explained transferred epithet. In this video lecture, I will explain the term zeugma and also try to find out the difference between zeugma and another figure of speech which is called syllepsis. Now, in 18th century poetry, especially neoclassical age, you'll find out abundant use of figures of speech in order to make the language ornamental or embellished. Now, we find in the writings of Thomas Gray and Alexander Pope the important use of the figures of speech like a zeugma, a syllepsis, transferred epithet, etc. Now, let me explain the term zeugma first. Actually, the word zeugma, having the Greek origin, meaning is yoking together. The meaning of zeugma means yoking together. Now, it's a figure of speech in which the same word, it can be a verb or preposition or adverb, the same word is applied to two others in different senses. Meaning is that it is a word that is used once but works in two different ways. I'm explaining it again, that it's a figure of speech in which the same word, it can be verb, it can be preposition, is applied to two others in different senses. Meaning is that one word which is used in two senses. For example, if I say, I have lost my hat and temper. Now look at the word lost. The word lost is used for hat and also for the temper. So actually one word which is used for two grammatical constructions. I have lost my hat and I have lost my temper. So here you have the one word which can be verb or preposition or adverb is used in two different senses. I have lost my hat and temper. Now another example which I would like to give you, John and his driving license expired last week. Now the word expired is used in the sense of John and in the sense of driving license. Now another example, the untrustworthy salesman sold his lies and products. Now it's all right if you say the untrustworthy salesman sold his products, but the word sold his products and sold his lies, that is, he was a great liar and by telling lies he was selling the products. Now then one more example. I am giving you the examples in order to make the point more clear to you. If I say, for example, the storm sank my boat and my dreams. So the word sank is used for my boat and for my dreams. That is, not look at two grammatical constructions. The storm sank my boat, and number two is the storm sank my dreams. So the word sank is performing two roles. Actually, it is used in two different senses. Now, actually, zeugma is used in order to give a unique artistic effect, in the poem. Sometimes the effect becomes quite ludicrous, also ridiculous, also. Now, before I give you some more examples from literature, let me tell you that sometimes there is another figure of speech which is interchangeably used with zeugma, that is called syllepsis, Syllepsis. So sometimes zeugma and syllepsis are interchangeably used. But there is a minor difference which I would like to explain here. Now, if zeugma, I have just told you that zeugma has Greek origin. Similarly, syllepsis has also the Greek origin, meaning is taking together. Now, if you say that zeugma is yoking together, syllepsis is taking together. Now, like zeugma, syllepsis is also the same thing, one word performing two roles. But in zeugma, there is a logical error, but in syllepsis, there is grammatical error. Now, I mean, grammarians will never accept it, because that, as far as grammar is concerned, that construction will never be accepted. So, if zeugma is a kind of logical error, it's a kind of grammatical error. For example, they saw lots of thunder and lighting. They saw lots of thunder and lighting. Now, it's all right if they saw lots of lighting, but how can you see thunder? So the word saw is used for thunder and also for lighting. But as far as grammar is concerned, we cannot use the word saw with thunder. So it's a kind of grammatical error, but it is acceptable as far as the figures of speech is concerned. Now, if for example you say he knows his duty, they theirs. He knows his duty, they theirs. Now the word know is performing two roles, but as far as the grammar is concerned, we cannot put know after they. They know his duty. Sorry, the sentence, let me correct it. He knows his duty, they theirs. So he knows his duty, they theirs. They know theirs. Means actually after they, there should be no, not knows. So the word know is performing two roles here, but grammatically it is not, acceptable. So in the similar case, the syllepsis has is also having the same thing. Now let me take one example from Tennyson's poem Ulysses. Now Ulysses says he knows his work, I mine. The same thing is there. You cannot use the word works after I. After I there must be work, not works. But the word work is performing two roles, but after I there should be work, not works. Now, as far as syllepsis is concerned, it's kind of grammatical error. As far as zeugma is concerned, it's a kind of logical error. Otherwise, they are interchangeably, used. There are some examples of zeugma which I can take from those texts which you have already studied or you are studying. You have studied the text of studies by Francis Bacon. Now, Francis Bacon says, histories make men wise, poets witty, the mathematics subtle, natural philosophy deep, moral grave, logic and rhetoric able to contend. This is the example of zeugma. Similarly, Alexander Pope is a master of using all these figures of speech. We have abundant use of zeugma, syllepsis and transferred epithet. In the Rape of the Law, Canto 3, we have the line, hear thou great Enna, whom three realms obey, dost sometimes counsel take and sometimes tea. So the word take is used for two words, but in different sense, counsel and tea. Now, Mark Twain's famous work, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, has the line, they covered themselves with dust and glory. Now the word cover is used with dust and with glory. So one word performing two is used in two different senses. Now there is one poem, Dance of Eunuchs by Kamala Das. The Dance of Eunuchs by Kamala Das, there is a line, some beat their drums, others beat their sorry breasts. So the word beat is single word used in two different senses. So this is zeugma, which in plainer way you can say it is